Hey guys, Mike here from BD Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to serve fluorocarbon into hollow core. You're going to need a few items. You're going to need a rigging needle, a hollow rigging needle. This one is sized to fit the 60-pound fluorocarbon. You're going to need a lighter, and you're going to need a spindle. The spindle has a 6 or 8 pound braid on here, solid braid, so we'll use that towards the end. Another really useful tool is this clamp. This is made by Blue Seas Fabrication. We can put a link down at the bottom. And Ali was the one that made these clamps, so pretty stoked to use it. First things first is you want to take your fluoro and you want to serve it into your rigging needle. Okay, that should fit right in. The tighter the fit, the better. I like to throw a little lighter in there to melt it on the end. And what that's going to do is just going to adhere it to the needle a little bit. Let that cool down. Then you're going to take your hollow core. For this, you want to be able to serve a minimum of 3 feet. I go to 4 feet. Once it's spliced all the way through 3 to 4 feet, then you're going to do a series of wraps to lock in the fluoro to the braid, and I'll show you how to do that part as well. Okay, so this should be cool by now, and you just need to find your entry point, which could be a little difficult at times. Give me a second here, and we are in. Okay, so at this point, just really patiently, you want to just serve this up. It's going to take you a few minutes to do, so just be patient. I like it for really stealth bait fishing. For example, if I'm fishing Guadalupe Island, no knots, I just like to have my fluoro go right into my braid. It just makes everything really seamless. I have a designated 60-pound rod, 80-pound rod, 50-pound rod, and they all have their fluoro served right into the line, so I don't have to worry about tying a new knot. I just feed it all the way through, and that's what it is. This is not something you want to do while you're on the boat. This is kind of in prep for going on a trip. So for the sake of just this presentation, I probably won't go the whole 3 or 4 feet, and I'll probably stop here, start pulling out, to get to the end, and you'll get to your fluorocarbon here in a sec. So your fluorocarbon leader should be right there. At that point, you give it a strong pull. So you want to make sure that your fluorocarbon is actually tucked into the line. So you can kind of work this through. If it's not, pull it all the way through and make sure your fluoro is inside your line as it is right there. So it's pretty strong as is because it's causing a Chinese finger cuff. So the braid is constricting around the fluorocarbon. And at that point, you want to take your connection point here where the braid and the fluoro come together, and you want to clamp those. All right, so this is where we served our fluorocarbon into our braid. At this point, you want to take your spindle. So this, you should be able to get at any tackle shop. This one's a pretty cool one. It is a water hamp. A lot of guys use this for tying flies. You can adjust the tension on the end here. I run it pretty tight. So I use a constrictor knot. I've seen other guys that use just a half hitch. I go about, 3 inches up. I make my constrictor knot, and you want to make sure you really pull that tight. Follow that up with a half hitch, and at that point you are ready to start making your wraps. So basically what you want to do is you want to wrap this line around the fluoro and the braid, and the wraps will start to get tighter, and at the end you're just going to half hitch to close it all together. This is merely a security point. You're going to take your tag end and you're going to hold it next to your line, and what you'll be able to do is that you'll be able to start wrapping this, and you'll be able to get a rhythm going, and it'll start wrapping up against itself. And you'd be surprised how fast you start to get this. Once I get to the very end, I start to throw in a few half hitches. Make sure you tighten that down. And then I throw one in with 3 wraps. So 1, 2, 3. And I cinch that down. Okay, at that point, you are able to cut it. Cut it really close. I clean up any little tag ends, and I'm all done. Another thing that I'll do here too is I'll take a tiny bit of super glue, and I will just put that on there, and that's just an added security. But right now you're ready to go, and yeah, that is your fluorocarbon served into braid. If you have any questions, comment down below, let us know what you think. Come back and check us out at bdoutdoors.com for more tricks and tips.